Activist Rashida Strober. I'm back again. I got another video for you guys. I got some commentary that I want to give here. I want to say, first of all, thank y'all for the ones that decide to tune in. Try to light my face up here. I know I'm coming across as blackety black, but it is what it is. World's first and only dark skin activist in the building, darkskinactivist.com. Once again, that is darkskinactivist.com. All the information is in my description. Y'all know what y'all can do. Y'all can go to my website. Y'all can hit my Cash App, whatever y'all need to do, whatever. I want to come on here and talk about the situation that's going on currently with Christian Keys. The way I ran across the situation was on Facebook. It was one of them videos, like it just appears on your timeline. I don't know, Facebook just be promoting people's stuff, like, and it just came on my timeline. I saw him on there talking, listened to what he had to say, and let me just say this, because some people are very immature and need to understand that everyone is not going to have the same opinion. I don't have to have the same opinion. I don't have to go along with popular opinion. You don't have to share the same opinion as me. These people put their information out publicly. People are going to have opinions, and all the opinions are not going to be the same. That's just the way it works. Get over it, move on. That's what it is. This is my opinion. This is how I feel about the situation. Okay. First of all, when I was listening to Christian speak about what was going on with his situation, I listened, and he got to the part about where he talked a little bit about Cassie. And I get where he's coming from with that. I totally understand. I totally get it. But for me, the way I see it, and those of you that have watched my video that I made about Cassie, you already know that I do not see her as a victim. And the main thing is, when I looked at her situation, I compared it to Christian Key's situation. Cassie was in a consensual, keyword, consensual relationship. Cassie and Diddy were in a 10-year consensual relationship. They were boyfriend and girlfriend in a relationship for 10 years. So for me, I can't compare Cassie's situation to Christian Keys. I don't see it that way. When Christian Keys was speaking, he was describing harassment. He was describing harassment and situations that were people, a person rather, he hasn't mentioned who this person was yet, but a person was trying to force themselves on him and make him do some things for money. That has nothing to do with Cassie's situation to me. It's a total difference. Cassie was, again, in a relationship with Diddy that she chose to be in. Nobody forced her to be in that relationship. She chose to be in it. Okay? Christian Keys, on the other hand, was actually in work situations. Work. Where people that was in positions of authority over him in working situations were violating the law, according to what he's saying. It's a total difference. So it's not the same. And I respect where he coming from. I get it. And I'm actually very empathetic to him. Being in that type of situation, in a working situation where you're being harassed, you want to come in and do your job, and you got a person coming in to harass. I'm empathetic towards him because of that. And then another thing, I've never heard Cassie come out and actually speak about what happened to her. And that's number one. And number two, I don't see any evidence. But the two things that struck me about Christian Keys is him speaking about it And I'm listening to him, I'm looking at him, I'm reading body language, and I can tell that he is telling the truth. I could tell that this is real. It happened. You can, like I said, you can look at the inflection in his voice. You can look at his eyes. You can look at his body language, and you can see, yep, this actually went down. And number two, he actually got some evidence. He got recordings. So those two things right there, though, actually three things, him willing to come and speak about it and talk about what happened to him, because then you could read and see a person's body language. You can see. People aren't stupid. They can tell when someone has really been victimized. And then the fact that he has actual recordings, that means a lot. And then the fact that he was actually violated in terms of being in a working situation where he was violated. There was no relationship involved. There was no him saying, well, I decided I'm in a relationship with this person, and then after I consented to being in a relationship with this person, they did all this stuff to me. This man was on the job, because that's what, when these actors are hired, they're working like anybody else. So in his case, we need to, in my mind, I am making a demarcation. Cassie, this woman, y'all feeling bad for her. The woman was in a consensual relationship with Diddy. I don't care what anybody says. She chose to be in that relationship. It is not the same. And when I said in my other video, I say the same thing here, is I feel like Cassie, in a way, is making victims, people that have really gone through harassment, people that have really been forced into situations working on a job like Christian Keys and other people that they didn't want to be in, and people in positions of power holding certain benefits, certain jobs, certain progressions over their head in exchange for, you got to do this. She's casting a bad light on those people, because her situation is not the same. It's totally not the same. Y'all can believe that if y'all want to. Y'all can have y'all opinion on that and think that and compare it. I don't see it that way. And I'm always the type of person, I will go against the grain for what I believe. I'm going to speak on what I believe. I'm not going to be affected by popular opinion. I never have been swayed by that. I go off of what is factual. And anyone that has an understanding, a basic understanding of the law, when you're working in jobs, you know that it is illegal to harass people in the way that Christian Keys was harassed. That's illegal. That's actually illegal. So it's a demarcation here. Christian Keys not in a relationship, in a job situation. He was in a job situation. Cassie in a relationship that she consented to. Big difference. I am personally very empathetic to him, because I think it's wrong. I think it's wrong when you try to force your will off on someone that doesn't want to engage in the type of behavior that you're engaged in. A person has a human right to say, this is what I want to do and this is what I don't want to do. And they should not be threatened, harassed. They should not be threatened with not getting opportunities and jobs if they don't comply with the wishes of the person that is in power. I think that is wrong. I think, and again, I'm looking at Christian Keys' situation through the lens of work, through the lens of the federal laws that protect against certain types of discriminations and harassments while on the job. That has nothing to do with Cassie. Totally different. We have to look at it through that lens, through that legal lens. You cannot harass and discriminate against people on the job. That's illegal. That's illegal. Anybody in their right mind, male or female, should be against that. And another reason why I believe him I remember when I lived in Los Angeles. I lived in Los Angeles from 2005 to 2008. And let me tell y'all, I heard a whole heap of stories about what some of these celebrities do to make it in the industry. That casting couch thing is real. I've heard stories from people, and I believe them. I don't think that they're lying. You know, I'm not gonna say nobody names or nothing like that, but I've worked with people when I'm on different jobs, and they told me that what they saw go down. I used to do security work, for example, working in the security industry, and security guards would speak on, you know, in conversation when we were at work, on this celebrity that they saw do this, etc. It's real. Everybody is not sitting up here lying. Everybody is not sitting up here lying. There was another guy that I met, brilliant guy. He even went into a totally different field, got out of the entertainment industry because same thing, the powers that be wanted him to sell his soul, and he was not with it. I would never forget him. Dark skinned man, bald headed. He was a very nice guy. He treated me so kindly, and he would tell me things about, you know, the industry, and he was like, I got out of that. He was a screenwriter. Yeah. And it's real sad that people, you know, hey Juanita, happy holidays to you as well. It's really sad that people, you know, they got talents, they got dreams, they got this God-given talent or the God-given will, and you got human beings, evil, low-down, dirty human beings that would come in and try to force their will on a person in order for them to reach their goal. That's why I'm anti-natalist, and why I nearly detest humankind, because people are so evil, so low down and dirty, because you see this person and you feel that you're acting in a capacity as if you're God. I got money, I got power. I see this person, and they might not even want me. They might not like me. They're not interested in the type of lifestyle I'm living. But because I got this, and I know they want to act and perform, I'm gonna make their life a living hell. I think that is so evil. I think that the people like that are low down. And remember, one day you gonna leave this earth, and you're not gonna be able to take none of that money with you, none of that power with you. You're gonna return your ass right on back to the dust. And I was so happy to hear Christian Keys speak on how he did not sell his soul. That's why I respect him. That man did not, unlike, if y'all want to compare Cassie's situation to Christian Keys, well, we can say that Cassie, you did sell your soul. You could have left. You sat there and you participated in all that foolishness. You participated in it when you could have left. You could have made the decision like Christian Keys to say, no, I'm not going to do that. I respect people that stand on their morals, stand on their principles. They don't get in situations because they want to be famous. They want money. They want positions of power. They don't get in them situations and sell out everything they got. Sell out who they are. Sacrifice who they are. I got a lot of respect for him for that. I gotta say. Like, I have, like that dark-skinned dude in LA that I met. Same thing. I had so much respect for him because he did not sell his soul to these evil, demonic, low-down, dirty human beings. He didn't sell his soul. And I respect that so much when a person can be courageous enough, bold enough. They be going through hell and say, I'm still not going to give in to the devil. I'm still going to be who and what God created me to be. And that's what it's going to be. And I'm going to let the chips fall where they may. I respect that. Because so many people compromise who they are. That's why you got people end up on drugs. That's why you got people end up, mental deterioration. alcoholics, because they sold their souls to the devil, and they can't stand themselves, and they can't deal with themselves, and they can't handle who they are and what they've done. They can't forgive themselves, so they got to turn to, you know, the bottle or to drugs to cover it up. So I commend him for not giving in. I'm gonna tell you, I got so much respect for that. Juanita says, that's too many people, sweetie. As long as you do what people want you to do, they love you. As soon as you stand on something that's in the name of right, then people hate your guts. Yep, that's fact. You also said, that's why I always respected you and your channel. You always stand on what you believe. Respect always. Says, thank you, I appreciate that. That's how I'm built. I'm just not the type of person that you can bully and push around. I don't go along to get along. I don't go with what is so-called popular. I go what's in my heart. If it's in my heart, that's how I move. Because Christian Keys, he was saying something that was important. He said, and I'm paraphrasing him, y'all can go and watch this. I mean, his videos is all over social media. He talked about he got to look himself in the mirror when he shave. When he go to shave and look himself in the mirror, he want to be able to do that. And I understand that. Wake up every day and you can look yourself in the mirror and stand up in your right mind and you good with yourself. That is more valuable than all the fucking money in the world. I'm telling you. Looking yourself in the eye and being proud of who you are, that you were able to be bold and courageous enough and love yourself enough to stand up for what you believe in and not give in. That to me that's worth more than all the damn money in the world. You couldn't pay me enough. You couldn't give me enough money. I'm always gonna stand on what I believe in, and that's just what it's gonna be. And I don't care if it's not popular. I don't care if people don't like it. I don't give a damn. I don't care. You know. But yeah, I respect that, and I do empathize with him. And you know, I hope he does what makes him happy and comfortable and gets the justice that he deserves. I really do. Juanita also says, we all have different struggles, but it's the lack of empathy for others that has always messed with me. Yeah, people don't, you know, a lot of our people don't be feeling sorry for people. Our people, we don't feel sorry for each other. We have selective outrage sometimes in terms of who we feel bad for, who we support. And you know, I've always thought that was wrong. You know, I think that we should be able to hear a person's story, look at a person's circumstance, and have just a basic level of human empathy, and then tell the truth and be honest about it. Stop being selective. Stop being selective. And I don't want nobody to think, let me just clear this up, I'm not feeling sorry for him because he a light-skinned man, a biracial man, because he probably is biracial. That's not the reason why. Because this could have been a dark-skinned man. It could have been a dark-skinned man, and I'm going to feel the same way. If it's a dark-skinned man and they had the same experience, they were saying the same exact thing that Christian Keys is saying, I would feel the same way. I'm not going based off of nobody's skin tone. I don't go based off of people's skin tone. I go based off of the facts. And conversely, I'm not saying that in my opinion that Cassie is not a victim because she's a light-skinned biracial woman. That's not the reason why. That's not it. I'm saying it because the woman was in a consensual relationship with Diddy. She was in a relationship with this man for 10 years. I'm going based off the facts. So it has nothing to, for me, it's not about a person's skin tone. It's about what are the facts. That's what I go based off of. What is the facts? And like I said, when Christian Keys came with that recording, if he plays that recording and puts it out, and it turns out to be that, oh, this person did do this, That's evidence. Again, I go based off of the facts. Ain't got a damn thing to do with this man. This man, he could come out to me purple, black, blue, black, and I'm still gonna feel the same way if it's the same set of circumstances. So it ain't got nothing to do with nobody's skin color. So please don't. Well, I know people will come on here lying on me anyway, but I ain't even worried about that. But I'm just clearing up where I'm coming from. I'm clearing up where I'm coming from. Like I said, I hope he get justice. You know, I do. I hope he get justice, because I don't like when people use their positions of power to try to force somebody into submission. I don't like that. I think that is so low down and dirty and so evil. That makes me so angry when people do. You trying to exploit the person. You trying to trample on that person's humanity. Like, what the fuck? You trying to trample on that person's free will to be who they are and do what they want to do. And I think that's wrong. You don't do people like that. You don't do people like that. A lot of these problems could be solved in the world if we would respect each other. If we really had human respect. Human beings ain't got no damn respect for each other. We don't. Look at every time I turn around, somebody doing some fucked up shit to somebody. We ain't got no true respect. That's why we got all these problems. Because human beings don't know how to respect boundaries. Don't know how to respect each other. That's it. That's all I got for y'all tonight. I want to thank y'all for taking the time to watch. The website is darkskinactivist.com. darkskinactivist.com. You can go there and download a free ebook copy of my book entitled Darkism: 25 Ways Dark-Skinned People Are Discriminated Against. Rest in peace, Andre Braugher. One of my favorite actors. I loved Andre. As quiet as it's kept, I thought Andre Braugher was so handsome. Had a crush on that man. To me, he's one of the most handsome, dark-skinned actors out there. Andre Braugher, I cannot believe that he passed away. Like, rest in peace. I need to do a whole live on him. Rest in peace to Forrest Whitaker's ex-wife. Rest in peace. Yeah. Darkskinactivist.com. If you guys want to make a contribution to my channel, support the Dark Skin Activists, my Cash App and all that information is in the description to this live. The Cash App is $RASHIDA'LALA, $RASHIDA'LALA, $RASHIDALALA, $RASHIDALALA. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Good night.